Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. I'm one of your hosts, Kevin Kaufman. Apparently, I'm the new director per yesterday's episode.
Yes,
and
you are.
The gentleman to my far right is Fred Weaver. You know him. We're Group 4610, Arizona's premier short sale team. And today we are in Las Vegas, and we're here with our buddy Tod Barton in the Las Vegas. What's the actual name of this market center?
Keller Realty, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. All right.
And we're in the what room is this though? This is kind of
Club
like
605.
Club 605.
Where else? I mean,
Club
how would you guys
605.
like to change the venue? The red couch versus our normal boring black couch.
This is cool
This
stuff.
is nice.
So enough about us, Kevin.
Yeah.
So thanks for stealing the show. But
You're welcome.
Let's let Tod talk for a minute. Tod, give our viewers who are out there watching today, give them an idea of just a little bit of your real estate background and what you're doing today. You know, real quickly overview for them.
Just doing short sales. Been doing short sales for about 2.5 years. Actually had to make a decision at some point in my real estate career if I was going to go find a job or do short sales, because I really didn't see anything else in Las Vegas that was going to make sense. So 2.5 years just doing short sales, closed a little over 120 in the last 2.5 years, and plugging along at it.
That's strong, man. I like it. Now, you you got a little team as well that assists you now, right? I mean, you've added leverage to your business. That's a question that our viewers ask us a lot. How does somebody close 120 short sales in 2.5 years and still have hair and everything?
Yeah, it's hard.
And you've got a lot of hair.
Yeah, I mean, relative to Kevin,
sure.
you're doing well.
But it's gray. I mean, it wasn't so gray. My wife said the other day that it's graying up pretty good. So I don't know if that's because I'm old or because I'm doing short sales.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, I do have a team, 2 full-time negotiators. I still negotiate a little bit. I've got 2 admin, 2 buyer's agents, and then I have a lead listing specialist as well. So yeah, I've got some leverage. It's pretty much the only way you can do that much.
Do you mind sharing with the viewers how you, kind of the compensation for your negotiators? Is that okay? I mean, you don't have to get into dirty percentage details, but just kind of how that works.
Cash.
That's a common question. Cash under the
Under
table.
the table, right?
No,
it is Vegas.
No, it's on top of the table.
Oh, on top of the
It is
table.
cash. Actually, of my 2 negotiators, one of them gets paid a little bit more than the other because she's been with me a little bit longer, and she is kind of watches over the other one for me. Not really, but kind of. So that's the excuse we use for paying her a little more. She gets 15% of my check. The other one gets 12.5% of my check.
Okay.
So strictly commission basis.
Commission based.
Commission,
Okay.
Yeah, nothing hourly. They get paid when they get a demand letter, and we get a property closed.
Cool. Well, what I think is interesting is that, we go around and talk to people. We do hourly. We started with commission-based. I know people that are successful with both. I think that's important for our viewers to know that whatever it is that makes that person tick, you got to have the results out of them, though, right?
Yeah, I think that's what drives results is they don't get paid until they get a demand letter. So if they were just getting paid hourly, I just had too many employees in my life that wanted to be hourly for the wrong reasons, and it just didn't make sense to me. So we've been successful with it. They like it when they get the check every time, and it works out good for us.
Got it. Cool. So share with us the mindset that, I guess it's the mindset that you've developed to close short sales, but share with us the mindset you look for in your employees as well. Like, what is it that, somebody said to me yesterday at that little mingle thing that we had here in Vegas, we did a little 2-hour short sale mingle, and Tod was there and some other people, and somebody said something to me like, do you have to be crazy or something like that? Or, do you have to be frustrated to close short sales? I said, no, if you're frustrated, you'll quit short sales. I said, you have to be crazy and persistent enough. But I mean, what is it that you see, the traits in the people that you've seen that are successful that set them apart?
The people that work for me that are successful, if they can put up with me, they can close short sales.
Okay.
So
wow.
It's pretty simple. We get along, they can close short sales. Short sales, you guys talk a lot about mindset, and that's what the mindset has to be. Don't stop. Don't take no. I don't take no matter who. I go to the next person. We call another person. We'll do whatever it takes to find someone who wants to help us rather than somebody who does not want to help us. That's key, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely the number one key is persistence. Never take no for an answer. Being willing to push to the top. A lot of things that we talk about, whether it's in class or on videos, you've got to be willing. When you take on somebody's listing and help them out with a short sale, you've got to get past somebody not liking you because you went to their boss. You've got to be able to not let that affect you. And you've got to be willing to take that, as I would say, to the CEO's mom if you have to.
Yeah, we're not afraid to escalate. We try to be I don't want to say professional about when we escalate and when we go to the people above, but the people below only get so many chances, and they got to do their job. If they don't, then yeah, we have to move on to all the way to the president's office if that's necessary. I've had several conversations with people in the president's office at Bank of America. It's just how it is. You got to do it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, I think you said it earlier. If somebody doesn't want to help us, we're going to find the person that does. And to our viewers out there, I challenge you by saying a lot of times we hear, and this is not all our viewers, but when we teach classes around the country and stuff, people say, well, so-and-so, they told me, that's my favorite. They told me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, first of all, who's they? Yeah. But second of all, like you said, there's plenty of theys, if you will, inside the bank to tell you no. You're going to go find the person that'll say yes. Because somebody's there that will say yes.
Yeah, we have to find. You have to find the person that will listen to you. Not that you can't listen to what they tell you. Don't ever take what the bank tells you as the truth. I mean, I don't know how many times a bank has told me, "Oh yeah, the foreclosure sale date's been changed. Don't worry about it." We call up the trustee to confirm that it's been moved, and they know nothing about it being moved. So, my direction and my girls is, you have to get the exact same answer from 3 different people at the bank before we can actually believe it. So somebody tells us we can't move the sale date, we have to call again, and then we're now going other places to make sure we get stuff like trustees, and we'll have the trustee company call back to the bank and say, hey, we're supposed to be moving this, they're telling us, and we've been successful getting stuff moved that way.
Wow, so you're actually asking the trustee to pick up the phone and call their client to verify, because you're getting
and they'll do it. They'll do it. You got to find the one that's willing to do it, but they'll do it.
Cool. Well, before we wrap up, do you have a fun story you can share in a minute or two? Maybe one of your more overcoming short sales files that you've dealt with recently? I see a smirk starting to form, so that tells me there's at least one on your mind. Because people like to hear the stories. They really learn from knowing what somebody's willing to do to help their client out of foreclosure.
Well, we have one that I actually, it's with Aurora, is the servicer on the property.
Oh, okay.
My new favorites.
And are we allowed to name names here?
Heck yes, absolutely.
Yeah, well, people learn from knowing what the...
encouraged.
That's how people learn. We all know Aurora does things a certain way, so...
So it's a single loan with Aurora, first only, $200,000 house. Couldn't get anything done. They wouldn't talk to us. Found out that the investor was MGIC, so got on the phone with MGIC. Tried to find out what their rules were, what they wanted, how they needed things done. We sent all the paperwork over to them. After obviously submitting the complete package to Aurora at least 3 times, I would imagine. I'd have to check, but they're never get it the first time. Found out that Freddie Mac is also a backer on the property, so anyway, MGIC had to negotiate with them. After that was approved, we then had to get it submitted to Freddie Mac. We had to do that because Aurora wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing. Finally got both of them to send the approval letter to Aurora. Aurora called and said that they had an approval for us because they had been working so hard on it for us, and so we...
That was nice of them.
Yeah, we appreciated that. Anyway, got that letter about 3 weeks ago. Went over, got the buyer. Of course, the buyer did their due diligence and decided they didn't want the property anymore. So had to start over, found another buyer, went through the whole process a second time, got the approval letter today. So that's
nice.
That's a pretty satisfying letter
that's
to get
exciting.
After
gotta love Aurora.
hours upon hours of calling.
And I think for our viewers out there, it's important that they know that we're having to escalate to investors a lot more. Would you say that? Like from where you were 2 years ago, do you now call directly to the MGICs and the Freddie Macs of the world more than you used to?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe more because I didn't know that I could before.
That could be as well.
More than anything, but yeah, now that I think the whole world is on board with short sales and they're trying to get short sales done rather than letting things go to foreclosure, I think, yeah, now more than any time is a great time to call the people in the background, and they want to get them done too. And I find that they're not near as busy as the servicers are. I mean, it's really hard to get through to some of the servicers where when I call MGIC, the lady picks the phone up 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Which makes it much easier to talk to her. So yeah, definitely get back on the backside, find out who those people are, and go with it.
Great,
sweet, dude.
Great tip. That's a big thing, going straight to the investor, going straight to the mortgage insurance company, going around your servicer when it's necessary. The one thing I want the viewers to pick up on is that you didn't just go to them automatically. You gave Aurora the opportunity to do their job correctly. They didn't. In fact, you gave them probably 3 or 4 opportunities. So you followed protocol. You didn't just go straight to the investor, but once you felt that you had reason to, you did it, and you just went for it and got the job done. And that's a big thing that a lot of people are kind of afraid of. They're not sure if they can do it, but that's something that you have to do in today's market.
Well, one thing that you just said is people don't know if they can do it, and if you're going to be successful in short sales, you can do anything. You have to do everything.
Beg for forgiveness. Don't ever ask permission.
Yeah, there's absolutely no stopping until you get to the end. So don't ever think, can I do this? It's how can I do this, not can I do it. So.
And you didn't just make that statement like a wimpy 13-year-old child. You actually said that with ultimate confidence, like, I can freaking do anything.
Yeah,
and that's the mindset you have to have. If you're going, I hope I can do this, get out now. I'm not mad at you, but you're setting your clients and the real estate industry and everybody up for failure, if that's your mindset.
Yep.
Absolutely.
When this guy talks, I'm like kind of a little afraid of him because I know he really means it.
Well, he's like a foot taller than us too.
Yeah, he's sitting down. You can't
really
tell
that right now sitting down.
They keep putting their hands on my knees though, so we'll deal with that.
Yeah.
This happens.
Wow, Trent Chapman's probably watching and enjoying
Trent
that
Chapman
comment.
is probably jealous right now.
I bet he is.
Don't worry, Trent. Fred's got a hand for your knee.
I got you, buddy. All right, so we should wrap this up. You got your clapping
You've seen
hands
the
on
show
today?
before, right? You know how it goes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's ready to wrap it up.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
3.
Short sale power hour. Short sale power hour.
Do you want to say crush it or should I?
You better.
Crush it.